Kenmore. Doors will open on the left.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 33 of Entering Kenmore. I am David Azer alongside Zach Coe. Zach, bit of a tough road trip out west. The Red Sox ended up going 3-3 in Arizona and Oaklamento out there in the minor league ballpark. So all in all, kind of an interesting road trip for a number of reasons we'll get into, but how are you feeling overall?
It's weird because if we recorded on Monday, I would have been the sky is falling. And I don't know how much stock to put into taking 2 out of 3 from a bad A's team in a minor league ballpark that happens to be one of the most pitcher friendly in baseball. So I think my concerns from the last episode, losing Roman Anthony, where's the offense going to come from, et cetera, are still there despite playing well. And then you come into this 3-game set against the Yankees, and it's probably the biggest series of the year because it's going to get you to the next biggest series of the year, which if you can win this one would be in Toronto next week, or in 2 weeks, I guess, with a chance to win the division. So it's like, I still have my concerns about where the offense is coming from without Roman Anthony.
No doubt. And I agree. It seemed kind of spotty throughout this entire road trip. You had some blowouts in there, but obviously, like you said, that was a hitter's ballpark. And in Arizona, the bats were pretty quiet for the first 2 games. And you just saw a lot of inconsistencies throughout this entire lineup, which is, I think, a lot of what we can expect without Roman Anthony and kind of adjusting to seeing a lineup on a nightly basis without him.
Yeah, and I completely forgot about those Arizona games because those were like maybe the 3 most boring games of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Comfortably, they were late at night. They were largely anemic offensively. If I still don't know, I've used that word like 10 times on the pod and don't know if I'm using it correctly.
I think that's right.
Let's see. Anemic. Suffering from anemia. Nope, that's not how we're using it.
No.
But I feel like I have heard. I don't know. Let me know if anyone knows if I'm using that word correctly. Let me know. But the
I don't
offense
even know how to
sucked.
spell it.
That's a way of saying the offense sucked. That much I do know. At least that's how I'm trying to use it. And like I said, those were the 3 most boring games of the year. Like the offense was awful aside from the 8th inning on Friday. Payton Tolle, which was for a lot of people the only reason they tuned in, was terrible because he can't locate any of his secondary pitches for strikes. And they showed a little bit of late life, and then was it Slayton that came in and just immediately shit himself? And I know we're going to get to Slayton, but yeah, so like that game sucked. On Saturday, like I already went bottom TV for that game with my college football TV setup. And then by like the 5th inning, it was all college football. Like the offense again just does nothing at all. I did miss the Rafaela catch in real time though, so I guess there is that. But yeah, they should wipe those Arizona games from everyone's memory because I have wiped it from mine.
The high we went from Payton Tolle's debut at Fenway, carving up the Pirates, going 5 1/3 strong, and then obviously Greg Weissert shit the bed immediately. But to go from that to his outing in Arizona, where he just got absolutely shellacked, and it just seemed like the Diamondbacks were sitting fastball because they knew he couldn't locate anything else. And
that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the result you're going to get. And it's tough because everyone is super high on Payton Tolle and still is. I mean, myself included, but it's tough if you only have one pitch realistically. Like if you can't locate your off speed for anything, then I just don't know how you really survive. I don't know where you're at on Tolle because it seems like they're going to keep him in the rotation at least. Obviously in Oaklamento, they went shorter with him. He only went 2 innings, but at this point, it just seems like maybe they're out of options. So this is kind of what they get.
Yeah, I mean, I like long term, I'm not worried about Payton Tolle even slightly. Like this, we have to remember this is his first full season as a professional baseball player. He started the year in A-ball. Like this was, I said it on the last episode. this was never a part of the plan for this team. They never, ever thought that Payton Tolle was going to push the issue this much to the point where they like almost had no choice but to call him up. So the secondaries need work. Yeah, we kind of knew that. But the fastball plays, it just doesn't play when, like you said, the Diamondbacks realized that they could just hunt the fastball. And was it the Perdomo at bat? 8 of the 9 pitches that he threw were fastballs. And then the 8-pitch Ketel Marte at bat, it was 7 of them. So, like, excuse me, if all you have is a fastball, like, obviously these are major league hitters. We're not in AAA anymore. Like, we're not in the minors anymore. Those guys are going to capitalize, but I think he's going to figure it out. Like, I tweeted it the other day. The pitching lab has done miracles on me during the Connelly Early start. Like, I have faith in the pitching development, which is kind of a weird thing to say for the Red Sox. Not kind
Totally.
of. It is.
And I mean, you've seen it all year, more or less, like with a bunch of different guys who you didn't really expect would make as much of an impact as they've been making this entire season. And I mean, there's been a couple outliers. Dustin May, they couldn't figure out. Walker Buehler, they couldn't figure out. Jordan Hicks, I think, is just above everything, and he's a lost cause. So that's an outlier but on its own. But overall, I think I'm still pretty confident in Tolle. It's just for this season, I don't know how much you're going to get from him until he starts developing those secondaries. And I don't expect that to happen overnight. Obviously, with a full offseason of work and getting more comfortable in the majors and everything like that, I'm pretty confident he will develop further. And like you said, it's a luxury at this point to even have him in the majors as a whole. So if you can turn him into like, you know, a reliever, like an inning or two reliever for the rest of the season, I still think that has the potential to be a weapon out of the bullpen in the playoffs even.
Yeah, I just don't want to see him as like a starter, or I guess in this instance, it would be an opener.
Right.
If that's the path they're going to go, like, I'd rather see him come in for a pocket of lefties where he can just come out, let it bark, see the fastball tick up, because that's when, like, having a fastball as your only good pitch can play if it's ticking up out of the bullpen. So I think we kind of have to recalibrate our expectations for, like you said, what he's going to give us down the stretch. Don't think he's going to be the savior. I think we're back to Game 4 of the World Series. Brennan Bernardino is starting.
Thank God.
So you're still kind of looking for that person to fill the hole in your rotation from the after Bayo, Giolito, and obviously Crochet. I mean, like, I don't want to say like Connelly Early, our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Like, but that's kind of what it is now. Yeah, like it's just whatever guy they call up next that performs well. That's who our nation turns its lonely eyes to. Like if it's Cooper Criswell, if he ever gets healthy, it would be the same thing. Like, and I know we've talked about Cooper Criswell. I am not Cooper Criswell guy. I think he just got lucky in that start against the Astros, but yeah, so it's weird. Like for a team that's like, I don't want to say like all but a lock, but like that's effectively a lock for the playoffs. Like I don't think they're going to miss. Like to have this many question marks going into it, it's unfortunate.
Especially for a team that's missed the playoffs for the last, 3-4 years now?
So, yeah, 3.
So to go back into the playoffs and it seems like you're kind of whimpering to the finish line, I don't know what to expect, to be honest. And I guess that could be fun because when you went into 2021, you weren't expecting a run to the ALCS, let alone being 2 games from the World Series. So
sure, but
anything can happen.
I guess, but like look at that roster compared to this roster. Like when you look at that roster, you know exactly where the offense is coming from. When you look at this one, it's like, all right, like maybe you get a good Jaron Duran day, like you facing a lefty, you probably got Trevor Story, and then you got Rob Refsnyder, who had a hell of a series against the A's. You got Romy Gonzalez, who's been incredible. So, like, if you're facing a lefty, you're in good shape. But, like, I don't know. Like, it gets so circumstantial with, like, sure, like, if you face the Yankees, you're going to see Max Fried. So you get your Refsnyders, you get your lefty killers. But I don't know. Like I said on the last episode, I think I feel good facing the Yankees, and then everyone else, it's like, ugh.
I'm with you there. I think this Yankee series in particular will be a good measuring stick because you haven't played them You haven't played them in a while without Roman Anthony. So it'll be good to see where you're at in terms of that. And Not to jump ahead here, but you do have your best 3 pitchers going in that series. So we'll see how it pans out. But a lot more to get to from these last 2 series. Did you have anything more on the Diamondbacks? I know it was kind of a nothing series in our eyes.
So, like, this isn't necessarily, like, just about the Diamondback series. I pulled up the numbers since the Roman Anthony injury, and the offense in runs scored is 9th in baseball, and in WRC plus, they're 100, which is obviously league average, tied for 15th in baseball, but it doesn't feel like that at all. Like, we're talking so doom and gloom. By batting average, they're 6th. By slugging percentage, they're 11th. It just doesn't feel like that at all. I think it's just Oakland. Like, you played in Oaklamento for 3 games and you put up some decent numbers. And even like on Friday, they put up 5. Like, they're averaging 5 runs a game since Roman Anthony got hurt. And it just doesn't feel like that at all. Like, it feels like they've been mostly lifeless, aside from 3 games.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, they've been struggling to find a consistent leadoff guy now because in Arizona, we had Masataka Yoshida leading off.
Hell yeah. Macho man.
So we could lead off the game with a ground ball to second base.
That should be the condition. Masataka Yoshida can hit leadoff, but he has to change his walk-up song back to Macho Man.
I mean, I can do without the Moana, to be honest. I love Moana, but I'm good.
Nope.
Here's the problem. You cannot be walking out to a song that's called You're Welcome when you have done nothing for me all season.
It's okay. You're welcome.
If it were anyone else but Masa, I think I'd be all in.
It's electric. Doesn't matter. It's electric. But I do fuck with the Moana, but he can lead off Macho Man. Like, that's all. I think that's a fair compromise. I'm unwilling to budge on it. So it's your move, Alex Cora. You come to the ideas, guys, for ideas, and I give you a great idea. Imagine Garrett Crochet comes out, punches out the side, immaculate inning, game 1 of the wild card. Now batting, number 7, Masataka Yoshida. Macho Man. Like,
when you put it like that,
goes nuts. Yes. See, exactly. Ideas, guys. Like, that's what we're here for. Like, you're welcome, Boston Red Sox. You have just been given another fantastic idea for free via the Enter and Kenmore podcast.
But do we actually want Yoshida leading off?
I mean, no, but like I said, I'm willing to compromise. I think that is a more than fair compromise.
Yeah, maybe I can get on board with that. But overall, I just think we beat this drum so many times, but you can put Masataka Yoshida wherever you want. I'm confident it's going to be a ground out to second base.
73 OPS plus? Huh?
No.
Huh?
Nope. Can't do it.
He's got aura.
There's no amount of aura that can save him in my eyes, at least this season. And I don't think he's going to be on the team next year. So
no, I don't either. And like in all seriousness, he had 3 good games. And like last 7 days, it's a 188 batting average with a 423 OPS.
Yeah,
he's got 3 for 16 in that time span. All singles, obviously. It's really bad. And they already shied away from using him in the leadoff spot. They went back to Duran, where he hasn't been that much better. I mean, he has the 9 plate appearances in the leadoff spot. Yoshida does. He's 1 for 9, and it was a single.
Yeah. So, you can't play him anywhere. That's the thing.
No, I mean, and that's the issue with trading your best player, because you're paying Masataka Yoshida $18 million a year.
Yeah.
But this stat comes courtesy of our buddy Joe Weil, who gave it to me on Sunday, and now I present to you the updated statistics. Masataka Yoshida with 0 outs in an inning, 295 with a 919 OPS.
Okay.
Huh? You lead
Didn't
him
help
off.
him in the leadoff spot.
You lead him off. It's 1 guaranteed at bat with 0 outs in the inning. I don't know. I'm presenting the facts. Holy shit, he's hitting 150 with runners in scoring position.
That's my DH.
Another great opportunity to get him up with nobody in scoring position.
I guess, but that only really applies to the first batter of the game.
Sure. Listen, I'm looking for positives in Masataka Yoshida. That's
There
all
are
I'm doing.
none.
That's all I'm
Aura,
doing.
that's it.
Sure. But I don't know. I'm presenting the facts. But like I said, in all seriousness, they've already moved to Duran. So
Mhm.
like I'm so sick of seeing Masataka Yoshida on this baseball team.
This has been your, I guess, daily Masataka Yoshida rant, if you want to consider each episode a day. I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
Weekly.
Episodely,
Yeah.
weekly, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
Weekly Masataka Yoshida rant. But I don't know. Think about it with the Macho Man leadoff thing. I'm just
just let it simmer, let it cook
yeah.
overnight, put it in the
I
slow
think
cooker.
I think that would go pretty hard. Like, is it Bryson Stott or Alec Boehm who has like the I don't know the name of the song, the "Living in a Big Blue
I think it's called
World."
A.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one of those it is.
It's
It's
one
one
of
of those.
those two. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the mid Phillies left side of the
Yeah.
infielders.
Gunnar
Uh,
Henderson looking guys.
well, Gunner's walk-up song goes brazy too. It's
What is
Sweet
this?
Escape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, goes crazy. It's the woo-hoo,
That's a good one.
wee-hoo.
I will
Yeah.
say, a lot of athletics players had good walk-up songs.
I can't
And
say I really noticed that.
the
What
only
do we
reason I
got?
noticed is because the effects were bumping in the in the radio booth, but
Oh, at least you got
I
that. At least you got effects. I got OB and Lou yapping. No
oh
offense to
geez.
them, it's just not what I'm looking for, on my Nat sound fader of the Spanish radio broadcast.
Yeah, not quite gonna get it done there.
Yeah, no. Uh, but pulling up the numbers for Duran this year hasn't been very effective in the leadoff spot. He hasn't been very effective as a baseball player. Really 260 batting average with a 755 OPS. Last year it was a 280 batting average, 286 with a 835 OPS. Like it just isn't happening for Duran except in like small spurts. So like how consistent can he be? And if like I said, it feels pretty grim to be like looking at this offense since the injury, and it's a top 10 offense and runs scored, being like, oh, like the sky's falling. But again, like I think we have to. There's a difference between box score watching and using context clues. And I don't know, like how much stock are you putting into this?
I just don't think you really have a choice besides leading off Duran just because he's done it before. Oh, what's happening?
Tucker Craft touchdown.
Do the Commanders still have 3 points?
No, they got 10 now. I don't know how they got the 10.
I don't either.
I just happened to look up and I bet on Tucker Craft. So,
Oh,
nice.
anytime touchdown or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
We take
Not
those.
good for the fantasy team because Jane Daniels has been laying an egg.
Yeah, I don't know how they scored their touchdown.
It was 20-yard pass to Zach Ertz, according to Sleeper.
My balls, Zach Ertz.
What were we talking about? How much stock do I take in the lineup?
The A's. Yeah,
Oh.
no, like in the performance, like when I read you the numbers of 9th in baseball in runs scored, 6th in baseball in batting average, 11th in OP or in slugging percentage. Like how much? Like what do you like? What does that make you think?
I like just the eye test. I think is the most important for me, and obviously we watch all of these games, and it still doesn't look great. So. No. It's just hard for me to be super confident in this offense without Roman Anthony in there on a nightly basis. And until I'm proven wrong, I think this Yankee series, like I said, is a measuring stick. If you can take 2 out of 3 from, I'm not willing to call them a good team, but a playoff team, then I think you might still be in good shape. Like you're playing a couple contenders down the stretch here. You got the Blue Jays and the Tigers may not care by the time the final regular season series comes around. But even still, I think you just have to see how they do against those teams and go from there. You don't really have a choice right now. Like you're pretty confident. I feel pretty confident in saying they're going to make the playoffs. I don't know what happens after that at all.
The Suter Health Park is second in terms of park factor.
Yeah.
Second most hitter friendly, 108 park factor. So yeah, if just for contrast, Coors is for home runs a 111 park factor. Suter Health Park is a 110.
It is interesting though that they got two. I mean, on the pitching side, they got two shutouts, if I'm not mistaken, right? In the
Yes.
first and second game.
Yeah, first two. Yeah, I mean, okay, but like one of them is Garrett Crochet, which well, I guess we can use that as one segue to get into both of those outings actually by both starters. Like I don't know, like the A's, like they're an up and coming team. They can be feisty at times, but they're such an all or nothing offense. It's just like sometimes they're going to put up like 8 on you, and other times they're not going to score at all. Like they're not an offense really that's going to score like 2 or 3 runs and lose. Like they're either going to really pile it on or like completely suck. And like they have Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson, and aside
Brent
from
Rooker.
that, like yeah, Brent Rooker. But like aside from that, like
Langoliers.
I do like Langoliers. Okay, so they got 4 players. Yeah, Tyler Soderstrom's hot and cold. Lawrence Butler sucks. Like he is so bad. Lawrence Butler is awful. Like I don't watch a ton of A's games. Like I do find myself watching a lot. Like I just looked at my MLB TV game statistics, and the Padres were my most watched team. Obviously that's skewed because I can't watch the Red Sox on there, but like it usually is. Like a couple years ago it was the Mariners. Like it usually is a West Coast team because I like to tune into those games late.
Me too.
But like, so I've tuned into some A's games, but like, yeah, Lawrence Butler's awful. Like that's my takeaway from those A's games is that Lawrence Butler fucking sucks.
But I will say it's encouraging to see Crochet bounce back the way he did.
Yeah, he absolutely diced through that lineup, and it was something that I looked at before his start. The A's were top 5, I want to say it was. I can pull it back up. In strikeouts in the league against lefties. So I obviously not the strongest lineup in the world, but he wasn't really beating any lineup in the world these last couple outings. So like to see him bounce back, like I mean, some of the takes got so out of control with Garrett Crochet after that last outing. Like obviously it was the worst outing of his career, but for people to be like, now we don't even know what we're gonna get out of Crochet in game 1. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Like it's gonna be okay. Like let's all take a deep breath. I promise you, we know what we're gonna get out of Garrett Crochet. And so for him to come out and just immediately put his nuts back on the table, 101 pitches, 10 shut, 10 strikeouts, or 10 shut, 7 shut, 10 strikeouts. Like it's good to see. Like everything was working well for him, and especially the fastball, which was concerning because the velocity was starting to tick down a little bit, if I remember correctly, in that Cleveland start, and he was relying more on the cutter as opposed to the fastball.
Yeah, and going off of that, it's cool to see that he still has it, because it was tough there for a little while. Obviously, I think August was his worst month of the season, probably by far. But I mean, like I said before, what other choice did you have but leaning on Crochet in the playoffs? And now, obviously, you feel a little bit more comfortable with that. We'll see how he does. He's scheduled to pitch on Sunday against the Yankees.
I would have felt so comfortable no matter what. Like he could have fucking sucked the rest of the way, and I would have been like, doesn't matter, it's Crochet day.
I think the people who were hitting the panic button, just, I don't know. Like you're either in or you're out at this point. Like what choice did we have?
Interestingly enough, August was not Crochet's worst month of the season. In fact, it was July where Crochet posted a 275 batting average against.
Okay.
And let's see, a 678 OPS against, and technically September is now tracking to be his worst month by OPS with a 740 OPS, but that's pretty heavily aided by the 4 home runs that the Guardians hit off of him.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Overall, bottom line, I'm not worried about Garrett Crochet. I'm glad he's back to dominating and dicing up lineups. and I think we'll go from there.
Oh, but by ERA, August was his worst month.
That's what I assumed. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know about the under the
Then
hood stat. But
that is crazy. 1.73 ERA. Well, I had to have been looking at the wrong thing here in July. He gave up 5 runs in July on 28 hits. There's no way that's a 275 batting average.
no, and that can't be his worst month.
No, it's not a 1.73 ERA. What the fuck is it? Just says months, and then those are the stats it gives, and then it says months game level, and then that's all of his actual stats. I blame Baseball Reference for this one. That is
Baseball Reference is a
what
mess.
the fuck is that? Yeah, there's no way that's what it was. Yeah, so August was his worst month by ERA.
All right, I rest my case.
Hand up. Just hand up. Baseball Reference.
It's all good.
Put me in a
I was
blender.
trying to think back. I'm like, where did he struggle in July?
The Cubs. Did he pitch against the Cubs?
I don't think so, because Giolito
he pitched against
started.
the Dodgers. But they went to Philly.
Yeah.
I don't know when he pitched. I feel like he did pitch. He pitched Sunday against the Cubs.
Oh, was it Giolito, Bayo, Crochet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, obviously that's what it is, because that's what it is for this Yankee series. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Garrett Crochet is back. I don't think he left.
Yeah.
But
he is
Baseball Reference, Zach versus Baseball Reference. Baseball Reference takes this round. Takes the inaugural round.
So the other so Crochet got the opener against the Athletics of Oaklamento, and then Connelly Early made his major league debut, and he might rival Payton Tolle for the most electric debut I've ever seen, because oh my god, 5 shot, 11 strikeouts, tying the Red Sox record with some guy I've never heard of.
Yeah, I also had never heard of him before. They were electric in different ways too.
Yeah.
Tolle was kind of like, obviously he was like making faces on the mound. He was doing, I mean, like Payton Tolle was being electric in the way that someone who's 6'6", like 250 is electric. And Connelly Early was electric in the way that someone that's 6'3", 195 is electric. Like they would pan to him in the dugout and he'd be like jumping up and down. He'd be repeating his delivery over and over again. Like he'd be doing everything. Like, and he was unbelievable. And the fastball is similar to Tolle's, but not as good. But the secondaries were just so much better. Like he got so much chase, so many whiffs. He led the league in whiffs on Wednesday. Was that start or Tuesday night? Tuesday. Yeah, he led the league in whiffs on Tuesday night. And correct me if I'm wrong. Skeens pitched Tuesday, or was Skeens yesterday?
I think Skeens was yesterday.
Let me see if I can find the list from the whiffs. You definitely can. Let's see. That was Tuesday. Here we are.
Skeens was yesterday.
Yeah, Connelly Early, 19. Emmett Sheehan, Boston College legend. Shout out. 18. Spencer Strider, 16. Ranger Suarez, 15. Like these are like incredible pitchers.
Good company.
Really good company. He leads it in whiffs. Guy that I don't think very many people knew about, certainly before this season, but even like I think when the majority of people got like looked at the phone and were like, Boston is calling up Connelly Early, like who the fuck is this guy? Like for him to come out and do that, like how many people were like, they're starting some scrub, so I'm not watching this game. It's a 10:05 first pitch, and this is the outing that they missed. Like,
yeah, sucks.
It was incredible. Yeah, like, and I do think it's a cautionary tale now. Like, if this had happened with Connelly Early, where he went out and dealed and tied the MLB debut strikeout record for the Red Sox, and it was before everything happened with Payton Tolle. Like if it happened on Saturday against the Pirates, we would have been like, it would be graphic if I were to describe what our rooms would look like for that podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
But like, I feel like I'm kind of like tempering my expectations because Connelly Early looked great against a bad lineup who had never seen him before. And we saw Payton Tolle do that literally 2 weeks ago, and then saw him look not good in his subsequent 2 starts. I do think that I have a little bit more faith in Connelly Early to keep this up at a more like, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but at a more consistent pace, because like I said, those secondaries are more polished than Payton Tolle's. So we'll see what we get. I think he's slated to start on Monday, Monday, I think it is. Must be, because he's not starting on because he's not starting the Yankee series. So it'd be Monday, or they're off Monday, so Tuesday against the A's.
Yeah, so I mean that's another thing, to face this exact same lineup again, or maybe not the exact same, but the same team a week later. That'll be a good test to see, how the A's adjust and also how he adjusts to.
And usually that like when you face the same pitcher in such quick succession like that, the results tend to favor the offense.
Oh, too. I'm sure. Yeah. But I'm very much in agreement with you that it seems like a more complete pitcher right now than Payton Tolle in Connelly Early. And I think he honestly probably is your game 4 starter at this point. Like, what other option do you have?
Brennan Bernardino.
I can't. All jokes aside, if they go to a bullpen game in a potential game 4 of a division series, I think I told that story.
I think I told that story that Bradfo had with Mike Hazen after the D-backs lost the World Series. They were like, he was like, "Oh, I didn't do enough." He's like, "What do you mean you didn't do enough?" He's like, "We had a bullpen game in game 4 of the World Series. What do you mean?" Like, that's the in Bradfo also had the story today, which I guess we can touch on either right now, or if you want to push it to later, that works as well. That Breslow is going to make hiring a general manager a high priority this offseason, which I think is something that should have been done 2 weeks after he was hired. But so we'll see where that comes from. Like, we've seen him have a whole lot of deficiencies, like specifically around the trade deadline. Like, I think he was brought in as like, he was an ex-player. He knows how to like handle a clubhouse and what it means to give a clubhouse a boost, and then has laid an egg at his first 2 deadlines. Like, Chaim Bloom could have done this, and we still would have had a cool nickname like the Bluminati. I wouldn't have to hate him for trading Rafael Devers. Like, so we'll see who that is. But where am I going with this? Oh, the 4th starter. I don't know. Like, it honestly might be Connelly Early. Like, who do you turn to? Like, it can't be a bullpen game.
Certainly not Dustin May, like, if he comes back.
2-2. So, or I guess it would be game 4, but 2-1. You're on the road, and you either need to win a game on the road to effectively keep your season alive, or take a stranglehold on a series. And it's Brendan Bernardino, our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Like, no. Which it's only for 1 inning. So, like, then what is the plan after that? Like, okay, here's Brendan Bernardino opening for Kyle Harrison. Like, Harrison looked fine yesterday. Yeah. He didn't jump off the page at me. He didn't overly impress me. He was out there, and I kind of have the same thoughts on him that I had before. I think he's just a guy.
I agree. And I think with the upside of one of these young guys, whether it be Tolle for an inning or 2 and then Early, or I would prefer Early for, 4 or 5 and then Tolle, or see what happens from there. But I think you kind of have to go with Early right now in game 4. And obviously this could change if he gets roughed up in his next couple starts. But what do you have? At most 3 more starts until the playoffs. And if he's still
15 games left. So 3 more starts.
Yeah. So if he is anything close to what he was in his debut, I think you have to go with him as your 4th starter in the playoffs.
Yeah, you don't, like I said, you don't have a choice. We'll see how it all plays out, but it's like, I don't know. That doesn't instill a ton of confidence in me really either, though. Like, okay, Connelly Early, like, it's been good for 4 starts. Go out there against the Yankees and win us this series, or like, obviously that wouldn't be possible in the current scenario, but like, Connelly Early, you're heading into Toronto for game 4 of the ALDS. What do you got for me? it's like, oh man, the fact that they have gotten it is honestly astonishing that they have gotten this far into their pitching depth. Do you have any idea how unlucky they have to be Connelly Early deep into their pitching depth? I'm not going to revisionist history the Quinn Priester trade because I echoed that I loved it. I was screaming from the mountaintops that I loved that trade when it happened, and I still think that I would make that deal 10 times out of 10, even knowing where they are. It just didn't seem like Priester was going to figure it out here, and they got an incredible return with a pitcher whose name escapes me, Yoferi Rodriguez, and then the comp balance pick that turned into Marcus Phillips out of Tennessee, which is not only is it a comp pick that you get, but you also get the money associated with that comp pick. So it completely changed the trajectory of their draft and how they could operate. So I think that for Quinn Priester, who's a guy who at last I checked had a FIP that was almost a full run and a half higher than his ERA.
Jeez.
I just don't see Quinn Priester being that guy moving forward. It's why I traded him 2 weeks ago in my dynasty league. 3.25 ERA and a 4.19 FIP, so it's slightly lower than it was when I had last looked when I made that trade. It's just so Richard Fitz has gotten hurt. Hunter Dobbins' knee exploded. Tanner Houck, Cutter Crawford, Walker Buehler sucked and had to get outright released, not even DFA'd. Cooper Criswell hurts. Who am I missing?
Patrick Sandoval.
Patrick Sandoval never coming back. Patrick Sandoval dead.
Patrick Sandoval dead in the Bronx.
Oh no, is that Austin Eckler?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, is that Jaden Daniels? Oh no, it's Austin Eckler.
This is totally off the rails, but has Buehler pitched for the Phillies yet? I don't think he has.
So he got taken to the fucking woodshed wearing Scooby-Doo uniforms for the Lehigh Valley
He did?
whatever their AAA team is. It was in the first inning. He gave up an absolute tank wearing one of the novelty uniforms.
Oh, no.
It was a really tough look for Walker Buehler. That is quite unfortunate. I do not have an RB2 in one of my fantasy leagues, and it was Austin Eckler. That blows. Jeez. But nobody cares about my fantasy football team. So yeah, it is astonishing that this is where we're at in the pitching depth. I don't know, what happens, knock on wood, God forbid, one of these guys goes down.
We're screwed.
They're or Kyle Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Harrison, we believe in you.
But I also think it's a testament to the pitching lab and the pitching depth that you're still somewhat comfortable, I would say, in this rotation. And it helps that you're getting
comfortable in your top three.
Yeah. I mean, behind that, it's a couple question marks, but I think it's also cool just to see what the future of this rotation could look like. And you weren't necessarily expecting to see either of these guys this year. So I don't know. I mean, obviously I would prefer not to have needed to rely on them down the stretch here, but I think the early returns are still pretty encouraging.
Oh, absolutely. It's just it wasn't an indictment on them. If anything, it's a testament to that, like you said, a testament to them, a testament to the pitching lab. It's just I cannot believe this is how far we've gotten in the depth chart. These guys, Connelly Early was, I believe, started the year at AA this year. And and like we said, Payton Tolle started the year in high A, and it was his first professional season. Unbelievably unlucky. You can never, it's such a baseball cliche, and it's the same thing in football or with offensive linemen. Everyone needs one. You can never have enough pitching.
Yeah, totally agree. And weekly Jersey Ball rant is I am mad that I can't purchase a Connelly Early shirt jersey this week. Last week it was Payton Tolle. This week it's Connelly Early, and still none of them are in sight. So
I feel like people listening and watching, shameless plug to the YouTube, entering Kenmore, like and subscribe. Um, like I feel like these people are joking, like or think we're joking, like, oh, like I can't believe I couldn't get a Nathaniel Lowe shirt jersey or a Payton Tolle shirt
It
jersey.
would be hanging right there.
I think I've said this on the original clip to hashtag bring back the Jersey wall. But like I have a Xander Bogaerts 72 jersey. I have a Will Middlebrook 64. I have a Andrew Benintendi number 40. Like I have a fucking Yoan Moncada jersey. Like like I am so dead serious with the jersey wall that I would have every single one of these guys' jerseys like almost immediately, especially with how often we go to the park now. Like,
Yeah.
I would have every single one of these guys' jersey, and they could join my collection of all of those miscellaneous numbered jerseys that I got upon debuts.
Oh, I guarantee you both of us would have a number 48 Roman Anthony jersey.
Yes, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And boots on ground for the debut game, and he's wearing 48. There is no doubt in my mind I would have had a Roman Anthony 48 jersey.
It's just absolutely criminal how hard it is to rep these young players. Like it's just impossible. And even if you go online and are like, "Oh, I want a custom jersey made," it's like $200, and you can't even get custom shirt jerseys anymore.
And it is funny to spend $40 on a number 70 Payton Tolle jersey, a number 48 Roman Anthony jersey. But like you said, these authentic jerseys are like $200. It's not funny to have spent $200 on a number 48 Roman Anthony jersey. Like that is not funny.
I could get 5 shirt jerseys for that price.
I could have Early, Tolle, Nathaniel Lowe, Roman Anthony number 48. Like unbelievable. Like
I might have splurged for a Cooper Criswell.
This is what they've taken. Let's not get crazy here.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Another Whitlock.
Oh, dude, if I could have bought a 72 Whitlock shirt jersey, I mean, come on.
You have a jersey though. I'm not opposed to getting like a Payton Tolle jersey, but I'm not getting a number 70 jersey. That's for sure.
And how long until these guys change their numbers? Like Tolle's been through 3 starts now and he's still number 70. Is that just never happening?
Maybe it's because they've always made guys wait. Is the thing. Like everyone's had, yeah, like so like Marcelo got a good number in 10, but
he's 39.
His handle is 10.
Oh,
that's what it was. Yeah. 30, he has 39, which is a fine number, but his handle is 10. So like we know he's going to 10 at some point. Like Christian Campbell, I like 28. I just don't know that 28 fits a like Christian Campbell built guy.
It's a JD Martinez build.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Which is like exactly why. Oh, Debo, let's go. Big day for my fantasy team. Tucker Kraft. Yeah. Well, aside from the passing of Austin Eckler, who just got carted to the locker room.
As my when you said passing, I was like, what?
No. His knee exploded or something in his leg exploded.
Dude, the Krosky Merit stock is off the charts.
Yeah, well, what about the Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis, or Kyle Monangai stock? Because those are my only other running backs on my roster. Besides Bijan. I got Bijan too. So I really just need
waiver wire diving there.
I already texted in the group chat. Anyone want to trade me a running back?
Code red.
Yeah. But I don't even know where I was going with. I don't even know what we were talking about.
Tolle numbers, Christian Campbell, 28.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's 100% what it is. It's just JD Martinez is number 28. So, like, to see anybody, like, maybe not anybody else, but, like, I think they have to have a JD Martinez type build.
I think if Nathaniel Lowe were wearing 28, it would make more sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Campbell feels like a single-digit number guy to me.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think all of them are either retired or taken, though.
Yeah, but I don't know, number 7 doesn't really feel like it.
No.
See, is
there a number? Is anyone wearing number 5? Am I stupid?
I
don't think so.
I feel like no. Not since Kike.
Oh,
This is
don't get
great
me started
radio.
on him. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's auto-corrected to 52. I know Wilyer Abreu wears 52.
Here's
No,
50.
no one's wearing 5.
5
So,
could work.
yeah. I don't know. He's not even with the major league team right now. That's another surprising thing is that they didn't call him back up in September.
I think the batted, like, the results are good, but the batted ball numbers aren't great. Still not making like super hard contact. Like, I don't know. They did have him playing right field and said that they were going to ramp down the first base play with him for now. I don't know what that says long term, but I know the Sox prospect guys have been saying outfield like for quite a while. In terms of his long-term home. So that wouldn't surprise me, but I also don't want anything to do with Christian Campbell playing right field at Fenway Park. So
absolutely not.
You
can't put him in center.
I'd be more comfortable with him in center than
But what are you going to do with Rafael then?
I think it's just everybody moves over to the right. Like, I guess that's a good segue into the Wilyer Abreu injury.
Yeah.
Sam Kennedy on the Greg Hill show this morning said that he thinks that he's just such a gamer and he was pushing like so hard to get back sooner that he like in turn set himself back. And we really haven't seen too much of an update. We know it's not going to be this weekend, maybe next weekend. He's only running right now. So it's like it goes back to the offense. There's such lack of pop in this lineup. Like, I don't understand how they score runs. Like, they just find ways to manufacture runs. They don't hit home runs. Did we pod since I tweeted the numbers on before and after the Rafael Devers trade?
I don't think so.
Obviously, these numbers are different now. Oh, it's an Achilles injury immediately for Austin Eckler. That's good.
That was a quick diagnosis.
That's good. Let me see if I can find these numbers quickly. But they essentially just have no pop in the lineup. And here it is. Red Sox before trading Rafael Devers, 89 home runs, 9th in baseball. Red Sox after trading Rafael Devers, 80 home runs, 21st in baseball. That was on the 5th. So last Friday. So obviously those numbers are skewed a little bit. They've hit home runs since then. But either way, like, I don't think they've jumped from 21st to top 10 in a week. So it's weird that they're manufacturing runs like this. And without Wilyer's bat in the lineup, like, there isn't really a guy that like can get up there. And if you have a man on first and down by 2, you're like, all right, we have a chance to tie this with one swing here.
The other thing is, I think you would feel a decent amount better about the Roman injury if Wilyer Abreu was playing every day, because that is a big bat in the middle of your lineup who can hit for power and play good defense. And you're missing both of those right now. You have Rob Refsnyder in right field who looks sluggish out there, and he tried to make a diving catch in Arizona. It's been rough for him, and he's a lefty killer, but when you try to do more with him, it usually doesn't happen. So
he was great though. In Oaklamento.
Yeah, he was.
I agree with you though. I like, especially at Fenway, we
can't do it.
Yeah, we do not, like, that's why, like, even if the like long-term or not long-term, there's only 15 games left in the season, but like, even if the answer is Rob Refsnyder in left field, like, it still move everyone else over. Rafael to right, Duran to center. But I also, like, I don't think it should be Rob Refsnyder every single day. Like, I'm pulling up the numbers right now. It's a 632 OPS versus righties, 231 batting average, compared to a 986 OPS, 312 batting average versus lefties. Like,
yeah. And as of right now on your major league roster, really the only other option is Nate Eaton. So I just don't understand why they wouldn't.
Their only options are lefty killers pretty much.
Right. So that's why I'm like, why wouldn't you call up Christian Campbell or Yastington Garcia?
That's the question for me. Like, I don't think we're going to see Campbell. Like, I think every time they get asked about Campbell, they're like very cagey about it. And they're like, like, it's pretty much like exactly that. Like, that's pretty much what they say word for word. And So, but like we didn't get an extended look at Justinson Garcia.
Not at all.
Like, what did they see that was so awful? And also, I say that Nate Eaton lefty killer, but he's hitting 330 against. Okay, it's only 19 plate appearances, but
He's
against
all
righties
right.
in 237 and 43 plate appearances against. Like, I'm sorry, I like Nate Eaton. Seems like a fine guy.
Mhm.
Nate Eaton does not have a place on a playoff caliber baseball team. I don't care if it's
No.
September and you get 2 extra spots. It's not September 10 years ago when you got 15 extra spots.
Mhm.
Like, that's the type of player that Nate Eaton is. Like, what the fuck is Nate Eaton doing on this roster? I just got myself so worked up about that, and I didn't even realize I was worked up about that. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing here instead of guys that are actually going to be a part of your future? 28 years old, posting an OPS plus of 84, a negative .2 WAR. He's a supposed lefty killer, and he fucking sucks against lefties.
It's tough. I mean, I didn't really like the idea of Nate Eaton up here pretty much all season.
Yeah.
I've complained when they've tried to bat him leadoff, and now I'm complaining that he seems like an everyday player when you have better options in AAA.
Like,
Just
even
doesn't make sense.
him being up over Nick Sogard, I thought was ridiculous at the time, but now that I further watch Nick Sogard play, I'm like, what are we doing here? Like,
They
I
have
like
Sogard playing right field.
Nick Sogard's a nice little player.
Yeah,
Like, I
he
don't know,
is.
like he's a winning ball player, I think. I
Mhm.
don't think you can say that about Nate Eaton. And like,
Mm-mm.
I forget who it was that had the quote. Maybe Ed Hands. I don't know. If you're listening to this and this is your quote, good quote. But he said, like, if you show up to the ballpark, this was Nate Eaton, obviously, or not Nick Sogard said, if you show up to the ballpark on one day and I'm in the lineup, you might not notice me, but if you show up for 30 days in a row, you're gonna watch me play and say, that's a nice player, that's a good player.
And he was the hero in the finale of the D-back series. Without
Yeah.
him, who knows what happens? He obviously had it was a 2 RBI double in the top 9 there, I think.
Yes. Top 8, yeah, something like that.
Late innings,
Yeah.
game winner right there. And since then, I think he's been pretty good. And he's also kind of a super utility guy. I know I was big on make Cedar Rafaela a super utility guy. I'm going to eat my
He's
words on
another
that.
one. I wouldn't go that far.
What?
He's a fantastic defender. He has
Yeah, in
like
center field.
yes, he has like the second worst OPS in baseball since the All-Star break.
Yeah, but
Like at
his
this point,
defense is so good out there. That's the thing.
like at this point, I don't blame at first I kind of blamed the at bat thing or like the poor plate appearances thing to him playing second base, but now I don't even think it's that. Like now I think he's just not playing good baseball right now.
He's
It's a
streaky.
512 OPS in a 188 batting average in 188 plate appearances.
Yeah, I mean it's not good. I'm not trying to tell you it's good, but I think you take the defense and get what you get at the plate
A
because I mean
WRC plus of 36.
yeah. I mean he hasn't been good, but
Cody Clemens, Angel Martinez,
oh
Tyler
boy,
Freeman. This
oh
is the
boy.
Nick Castellanos. This is the
As there's a
company he's
drive
in.
into left field by Castellanos, it will be a home
He's
run.
20 points lower on the WRC plus than all of those guys.
Ugh. It's been bad. No way
Yeah.
around it. But you don't have another choice.
Pete Crow, and I saw an article from TJ Stats a while back that said Cedar Rafaela and Pete Crow Armstrong are essentially the same players. They PCA has just figured out how to lift the ball in the air. PCA has also been awful since the All-Star break. He's right there on this list too, with the 16th worst OPS. Like it's going to be peaks and valleys, and I guess the defense is enough to justify that. It's just like when your lineup is looking for a source of offense, like someone has to step up, and it only magnifies the guys that aren't even more. like now we can look at Cedar Rafaela, and like I feel like he's kind of skated for that 2 week span that he had just before the All-Star break. But like they have to score runs somewhere, and this is a guy that we've seen it from before. Like whatever it is, he's chasing at he's swinging at shit again. He's chasing pitches up at his eyeballs. Like he doesn't seem to have any approach all over again. Like whatever it was that he unlocked for those 2 weeks, like they desperately need him to find it again.
And I mean, they desperately just need some consistency from this lineup as a whole. And I think
you can survive with his glove or with the bat if his glove is, or like what am I trying to say? You can survive the bat because of his glove if you have an offense that can hide him. Like we saw that with Jackie
Right.
Bradley Jr. It's just that like right now they don't have an offense good enough to hide that kind of like misery at the plate.
I'm with you. I just don't think they have another choice. Like
No,
I mean, kind of where they're at.
Yeah. And again, like I'm not even talking about for the rest of this year. More so long term. Like they have too many outfielders. Like that much is clear. And at some point, Craig Breslow is going to go to kick this can even further down this road, and it's going to be one of those like Wile E. Coyote like fake roads, and he's just gonna wind up and he's just gonna kick a brick wall.
Well, maybe that's why he's trying to find a GM so he can deal with it instead, or she can deal with it instead.
That's true. And like part of me, I've been a big Raquel fan for a while, just back on the GM stuff, but I kind of it just shouldn't be anybody in the organization.
Absolutely not.
We have the same echo chamber of people between, and by all accounts, they're all great people and great at their jobs, but it's the same echo chamber of Raquel and Eddie Romero and BOH and Groupman and whoever else you want to lump into things, even Theo Epstein. Like some of these people actually have Theo ties. So like, I just want it to be someone that is not here anymore. Like Dave Dombrowski probably made the wrong choice in Tony La Russa, who we quickly saw falling asleep in the manager's chair at White Sox games.
Oh, yeah.
But like it just has to be someone from outside the organization, and I need somebody with experience. Like I just need someone with a lot of experience, especially on the trade front. Like it feels like everything else Breslow is pretty good at, but the trades are like I don't want to say they're awful because you have the Crochet trade in there, but like holy shit, Vaughn Grissom for Chris Sale, like we're actually never going to see Vaughn Grissom on the Red Sox again.
No.
Like he's on a 60-day IL now. He's been in a walking boot since I think it was August 8th. Chris Cotillo said so. Like no funny business there. That's how they created the 40-man spot for Connelly Early, but he doesn't hit velocity. You had to pay Chris Sale to go pitch for the Atlanta Braves and win the Cy Young for a guy that if it's above 93, he can't touch it. And if it's a breaking ball, he can't touch it. And if it's off speed, he can't touch it. Like what a catastrophe of a trade that was. Back-to-back deadline duds. Like it hasn't been good on the trade front aside from Garrett Crochet.
Not at all. And I am interested to see how this GM search goes because I'm also curious how this dynamic would work between Breslow and a new GM. And, obviously who handles what remains to be seen. But yeah, some help in the trade market is definitely needed because I think he's just been too hesitant to move on from some of these guys. And I will say, like a lot of people wanted Merrill Kelly at the deadline. I don't really think either of us had him at the top of our lists, but one of the names that was being floated a lot in a potential deal was Connelly Early. And for Joe Ryan, it was Payton Tolle. So, early returns there are maybe Breslow was smart for not trading them, but I think this offseason he's going to have to get on
early, yes. But I think if they traded, I was here saying I'll drive Payton Tolle, Justinson Garcia, and Franklin Arias to the airport myself to get Joe Ryan here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's just it's so tough because we've seen Payton Tolle and how electric he is. Like I obviously don't think you still trade all three of them for Joe Ryan if he's involved, but I still would be more inclined to than not to trade Tolle for Joe Ryan. It's interesting because Joe Ryan feels like a guy that's like sneakily young. He's sneakily old. Like,
how old is he?
29.
Let's see.
Like, he hasn't even hit his second contract yet.
Yeah,
so,
he is 29.
So you're trading for a 29-year-old Joe Ryan that you're going to have to pay. Like, and this is the calculus that you have to take. Like, obviously Joe Ryan's fantastic, but do you have enough faith in yourself to turn Payton Tolle into a Joe Ryan caliber pitcher? A 3.32 ERA this year, a 3.44 FIP in 157 innings. Like, that's so, like, I don't know. I said that I'm more inclined to than not still pull the trigger on a deal like that, but it's an interesting discussion to have. I mean, it's something that we can dive into once we do get into the offseason, but like something's got to give here, and especially like they need another frontline starter. That much is so abundantly clear. Like, you love what you got out of Giolito and Bayo this year. Bayo, I think, is like a fine low end number 2. Like really high ends number 3. Giolito is going to hit the opt-out clause in his contract with the innings pitched. From there, who knows where things go? Like, I assume he's going to opt out in search of more years for more money. But like, every time they've won a World Series, they have had a two-headed monster at the front of their rotation. Like, I just think that's a necessity in today's big leagues to win a World Series. Having just not an ace and a number 2, like a 1A and a 1B. And Garrett Crochet and Joe Ryan would like certainly be that.
Luckily for us, the front office, the free agent pitching market is pretty much at an all-time high.
Oh, no, it's good this year. The hitting market is trash.
Yeah. The hitting market is really bad. So
yeah, this year. This year it's
there.
like Gallen, Framber Valdez,
Cease,
King.
So there are some options there, and I think I don't know. Framber Valdez is interesting because that whole thing of
I'm kind of out with after that.
I know we're thinking of the same thing.
The cross up thing. He was like, "Oh, there's no way I did that on
what
purpose."
me?
Like, all right, man. They think I what? I don't even know what that word crossed up. What? I had 0 alcoholic beverages tonight, and I do not smoke marijuana, good sir. Like that was pretty much Framber Valdez's response to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I'm kind of out on him. I do like Michael King. Dylan Cease has been bad this year. Zach Gallen has been better as of late. But even is he a guy that you're going to give huge money to? I guess we'll see, maybe. But like, I don't know. I think a trade is still there. So there has to be a trade somewhere. Like, there's not enough room for all these guys.
I agree. Both on the pitching side and offensively. So
yeah, I think I'm more comfortable stashing guys in AAA pitching wise, like Hunter Dobbins, Richard Fitz, take your pick, like Kyle Harrison, even Connelly Early. Like, I don't think him or Tolle are probably starting next year on the big league roster. Maybe Tolle. But like those are guys like you can more easily stash pitching depth in AAA because, like we said, you always need pitching depth. Like, at some point, it's like, all right, we've got 47 outfielders and they're all major league caliber. Like, you always need pitching. You don't always need outfielders.
I guess it's worked out given the Roman injury, but even still, you have some other guys who are still in AAA that I think could be helping a major league team right now.
Oh, absolutely. Like, we mentioned Justinson Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be helping a major league team. I think Christian Campbell could be helping a major league team.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you there. The only other thing I had was on Justin Slayton real quick because he's been pretty bad since his return from injury. And you don't really have, besides Garrett Whitlock, you don't really have a righty that you feel like you can lean on in that bullpen as the playoffs approach here.
No, it's weird. Like, obviously, it's been really ugly for Slayton. I mean, they used him, in the 5th inning yesterday?
Yeah, that game was a mess.
Yeah, they used him in the 5th inning yesterday, and like, I mean, that's not where you want to be using your high leverage guy.
Not quite.
Like, I'm trying to find the numbers since he got back from the injured list, which was on August 29th. It is a holy shit.
It's
11.81 ERA in 5 1/3 innings pitched. It's even a 6.89 FIP. It's just not good at all, and it's honestly kind of a little bit of a similar problem where the secondaries are just as to Tolle, where the secondaries are just completely failing him. Like he just cannot find a consistent secondary to use. Like the curveball has become, and it's totally that Corbin Carroll, I think it was, home run that got hit off of the curveball in Arizona, where it was just the worst curveball of all time. Like it's definitely just that is sticking out in my head. But like it looked like when he was talking to himself on the mound, and everyone's like, "This guy's a fucking psychopath. I love him." Like the curveball was disgusting there, and it just hasn't been good at all. And it's all the way up to a 5.02 ERA. When he returned, it was a 3.33. Still a 3.80 FIP. So you kind of hope that he can kind of find it in there somewhere. But like I said, since he's been back, it's still a FIP over 6. So like at this point, is Justin Slayton on your playoff roster? How can he be?
I don't think so, but it's like, who else do you have in the bullpen as a righty? Like Greg Weissert, I still don't feel confident.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be Zach Kelly. What do you have for me? Like it's gonna have to be mix and match with these guys. Like you just can't. Like if this continues, you just can't put a guy who has an 11 ERA since he's been healthy. And healthy, we know he had that abbreviated stint on the injured list. Like I don't know what the solution is, because like you said, there isn't anybody else that where you can say like, all right, we need to, it's the 6th inning. We need to bridge the gap. We need a righty to bridge the gap between where we are now and Garrett Whitlock and Aroldis Chapman. Where do you turn? Like it is Weissert.
This all goes back to the trade deadline where Steven Matz has been pretty solid, but you didn't need another left-hander in your bullpen. Like
no, and then if you're talking about Tolle being in the bullpen, that's another lefty.
Exactly. And
like, is that just what you do? Is it just like, all right, I guess we just got to go lefty here. Like we got to go Tolle.
Maybe, but it's just you're leaving yourself wide open to get killed. Like I don't like the idea of having such a left-handed bullpen, because you want to be way more balanced. Like really, I think you only need like 3-4 at most left-handed bullpen guys, and they have way more than that.
Yeah, I mean, Chapman doesn't count because he's your closer,
right?
It's what
Matz,
Bernardino, Matz, soon to be Tolle,
Murphy.
Well, Murphy they sent down for
Murphy got sent
comparison,
down.
But yeah, there's more that we're missing for sure. What more? I think. Who the hell is it?
Yeah, I'm blanking on it too.
But either way, the point remains. Like it's too lefty heavy, especially when you don't have righties that can get outs besides Garrett Whitlock. Like Weissert's been okay in stretches. I wouldn't trust Zach Kelly throwing batting practice to a high school team.
Wilson.
Yeah, he is the most forgettable guy ever, I think. He vaguely
come in like the 6th inning, and you're like, oh yeah, he's still on the team.
Yeah, he like vaguely resembles Liam Hendricks.
But I will say, like, he's been pretty good all season. Like,
yeah, he's been solid. He's just a very forgettable guy. Like which is fine. And you're like lefty middle reliever. Like if you want him to be forgettable. Like,
I agree. Yeah, that's really the only other thing I had aside from previewing the Yankees series. Did you have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you want to go game by game or just rattle them off?
Let's just rattle them off. We've seen the Yankees enough this year that we don't need to dive in. All
right. So game 1 is Friday when you will be listening to this. It's at 7:10 p.m. Lucas Giolito versus Luis Gil. How are we feeling about that? I don't know. I don't think Gil's very good.
No, I don't either.
That's about all I have to say.
It kind of just goes back to what we've been talking about this entire episode. Like the Yankees don't necessarily scare me, but I also just don't know where the offense is going to come from.
I agree. Okay. Game 2, Saturday, 4:10 p.m. That is Brian Bayo versus Max Fried. Interesting matchup there. Max Fried, obviously a lefty. The Red Sox kill lefties, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, but have you seen the stats about Max Fried since he befriended that squirrel?
No.
He has been really good since befriending the squirrel on against the Red Sox. Yeah.
People haven't been talking enough about the squirrel bump.
Yes, yeah. 27 innings pitched since he befriended the squirrel of a 1.67 ERA.
I'm not sure if that's squirrel because the last I saw it was stuck in a video board.
No,
then they just gave up on it.
That's the squirrel bump. And also sure, you could call it the squirrel bump, but he had also been an abomination. His ERA had jumped up from a 2.13 to a 3.26 in the last month leading up to that start against the Red Sox. He goes 6 shot, allowing 4 hits, striking out 7, walking 3. Like, he got right against you. Like, so that's one, they kill lefties, but also the last time you saw him, he absolutely diced you up, and he's been nailed since he did that. So, I don't know, obviously Brian Bayo dominates the Yankees too. Oh, you know what? With that being said, the entering Kenmore play of the series. The play of the series last episode did voided because Dustin May did not make a start because he's injured. The entering Kenmore play of the series for this weekend. Red Sox versus Yankees Saturday at 4:10 p.m. under.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. I like that one. And the series finale is unfortunately Sunday Night Baseball. And that is Garrett Crochet versus Will Warren. And that's a 7:10 start.
Yeah, I believe the last time we saw Garrett Crochet against the Yankees did he pitch in that series in New York? Yeah, he did, right?
I think so.
Okay, so the last time we saw him at Fenway Park was when he absolutely mowed through the Yankees lineup for 9 innings and then gave up the game-tying bomb to Judge. Mm-hmm. I think, and everyone listening to this should think, that Garrett Crochet versus Will Warren should be a pretty easy win. And maybe not easy, but a win nonetheless. And I stand by that. That should be a game that they won. Last time out against the Yankees, it was 7 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 11 strikeouts. And that's just what Garrett Crochet does. Like I said, we're not feeling great about the first 2 matchups offensively. So you're going to be looking at Garrett Crochet to go out there and do what Garrett Crochet does, put his nuts on the table and say there's a reason why I'm the best pitcher in baseball, the second best pitcher in baseball. That's not Paul Skeens. And do just that and deliver on Sunday Night Baseball. I've got 1 out of 3.
Whoa, 1 out of 3.
Yeah, I think they lose the first 2 and then win Sunday.
Yeah, we both predicted sweep last time against the D-backs, and that did not work out.
Yeah, you talked me into it. So don't let me talk you into 1 out of 3.
I'm not going to. I'm going to go 2 out of 3. I think they win the Giolito game and the Crochet game.
So lose in the middle game.
Yeah, and I'm going to tail that under pick, so I think it's going to be like a 2-0 game or something like that.
I like that.
This might be the end of the lefty killer Linsanity run.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Yeah, I mean, and sure, they're lefty killers, but I think Max Fried is a different class of lefty.
Yeah, maybe lefty killer proof. Is that? I don't know.
Maybe. I feel like I'd have to look at the numbers, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, I could say he, if there were to be guys that were lefty killer proof, I feel like he would be one of them.
Mm-hmm. I would say Crochet is probably another one.
Yeah.
Scooble.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good lefties.
Yeah. I think that's all about
diced up the Red Sox this year.
Who did?
Fried in his 2 outings against the Red Sox.
Oh.
The last one that I gave 6 innings shut,
right.
4 hits, 7 Ks, and then back in June at Fenway, they lost. It was 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned, 9 Ks.
Yeah, and that was even before the squirrel bump. So who knows?
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows what happens now?
before he befriended a squirrel. I mean, these are the hard-hitting statistics and analysis that you're only going to get on the Entering Kenmore podcast. Masataka Yoshida can hit leadoff, but only if he brings back Macho Man as his walk-up song.
Mm-hmm.
And Max Fried getting the squirrel bump.
And bring back the Jersey Wall. And
Yes,
I think we're doing a Jersey Wall update every single episode from here on out.
A new player that we want for their for a jersey.
Stay tuned for whoever we decide is next. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for this episode. So as always, thanks so much for listening, and we'll check in with you guys again next time.
See ya.